I'm here representing Heffron Drive anyway. Thank you.
Quería preguntarte sobre tu segundo disco, la próxima semana el segundo disco, y queríamos saber si era algo de tu show o antes vamos a tener alguna probabilidad de esta nueva música.
And if you're going to have for your shows a little bit of taste of the music as well.
Before the shows.
And then the shows.
Well, the Unplugged album came out like a month and a half ago. So hopefully anyone who downloaded it on iTunes here has it. But I am planning on bringing a whole bunch of CDs because it's kind of difficult to get the Unplugged record here in Mexico. So I'm going to bring a whole bunch and hopefully everyone can walk away with an actual CD of the Unplugged record. Because I really didn't even make that much. It's kind of a limited thing as far as the physical albums. I mean, you could buy as many as you want on iTunes, but the physical records, they have a poster in it and they have the artwork and special things and all that stuff. So I wanted to bring some down so that people could actually have the CDs. But I don't know if the songs are already out. So as far as getting a taste of it, I hope that they've all heard it so far. The good thing is though, if they've heard the first record, the second record is exactly like it, but acoustic and maybe with some different vocal flair. I actually kind of like it more, to be honest. Hello.
Hi, America from Parte.
Awesome.
Do happy mistakes really exist? Have you ever experienced them?
Oh my, yeah, of course happy mistakes exist. A lot of times, well, every time, everything that happens to us eventually leads to where we go next, of course, and that's just something that we all know, but sometimes something happens where at the moment it may seem like a mistake, but then you look further on in the future and you realize that that one mistake ended up leading to so many great things. And so that's what led to Happy Mistakes. And the first song on the record, kind of, Happy Mistakes, kind of explains the entire concept. That even when you think you've made it, you still have a longer way to go. And that's not just with one thing, that's with relationships and careers and, accomplishments. So it's to me, it's a really powerful song. And the good thing is it seems to translate to people. I think they get the message. But yeah, I've had many, many happy mistakes in my life. They all led me here, so I'm happy about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I have two questions.
Okay.
The first one is, your project is electropop band.
Yes.
So how was the big challenge at the time that you record Unplugged for your album, for this album? I think it was difficult. And the second is, where's your partner right now?
Where is he? He is actually busy. He's been doing some stuff at other music festivals in the States, making appearances at music festivals. To answer your first question, yes, it was very difficult with some songs because some songs were incredibly electro-pop. I mean, Division of the Heart is the closest thing, bless you, is the closest thing to an EDM song you can get, right? And then to record that acoustically was I don't even know where to start. And so eventually it was kind of just, a lot of the songs we lowered the key or we changed the key, but it was really just about finding whatever made the song, sing most, or whatever had the best vibes. And I would say the most difficult ones would probably be Division of the Heart, Nicotine was tough. We did Could You Be Home, we did in one take. So that was tough because obviously being a perfectionist, I wanted to do and make sure that it was perfect in one take, and eventually Dustin was like, dude, you're being hard on yourself, it sounds really good. And I was like, alright, cool, alright, we'll call it. So that was challenging, trying to decide on which take to use, because you only get one chance with that. It was just me and the guitar. Thank you.
Victor Roche como grupo ya terminó, o simplemente se dieron un tiempo para que cada uno de ustedes puedan hacer proyectos como solista y en un futuro regresar.
So is Victor already out there, or is it that you guys are going to break and doing your thing as solist and as a solo artist, and you're going to
Well, the difference between a band like Big Time Rush and Heffron Drive is that in Heffron Drive, the decision makers in the band are us, right? And in Big Time Rush, the decision makers are like 5 in my mind, well, first of all, it was on Nickelodeon, and there's only so long you can be on Nickelodeon before you start to look like a creepy old guy. So that was only a matter of time. And then as far as the music was kind of fueled by the TV show. So as soon as the TV show was over, it was just, running on its own musically, and I think that the TV show really supported the music more than I think anybody thought. But I would say we're just on an extended break because I've never actually said I would never play shows with Big Time Rush again, and we love each other, we're all really great friends, we all keep in touch all the time, and we support each other with everything. In fact, we were extremely supportive with Heffron Drive. I don't know if you guys remember at the Mexico City show, they let me perform a Heffron Drive song. So the boys, supported almost more than anybody, and in my mind, I would like to do a comeback, but before it hurts, like before your knees hurt, and so maybe we'll do a comeback in our mid-30s or something like that.
Kendall, this way.
Hey! What's up?
How has been your journey with Heffron Drive to these days? Because maybe you have more space for the creativity. I don't know what you can tell me about that. And what is it kind of like?
Well, yeah, I'm happy to answer both, by the way. As far as creativity goes, it's all me, and in Big Time Rush, we wrote a lot, but it was, all four of us wrote songs either together or individually and stuff, so it was really hard to decide, whose song we're going to choose, because I don't think anybody wanted to be like, no, and everyone wanted to be nice to each other's songs, so we ended up just kind of going with, maybe we'll do, each person gets two, and if they make sure they fit together. With Heffron Drive, it's like I said, the two decision makers, creatively, is Dustin and I, and it's like, do you think it sounds good? I don't know. Do you think it sounds good? I don't think it sounds good, And so recently we've been kind of reaching out to friends that we respect for advice and songs, and be like, do you like this one more than this one? But the journey is, Big Time Rush was an extremely fulfilling whirlwind journey, all at one time. Heffron Drive is like growing a band from a baby, and nurturing it and making sure everything is taken care of, and that the people who support it, the fans, get the music that they want. And the good thing about being independent is I can release music whenever I want. I don't have to have some big plan to release a single. I can just release a single and promote it, and I don't have to ask anybody's permission. So it's really kind of cool. So the journey is extremely fulfilling. It's great.
And second question, for the vlog album, I don't know if you had some influence or inspiration in some MTV Unplugged, maybe your band, or I don't know, because I know that you like all the rock.
Yeah, so it seems like you and I probably have similar music tastes, I would guess. So I listened to Yellow Card a lot growing up. They had a really great acoustic record. Who else had a great acoustic record? Foo Fighters had an awesome acoustic record on the In Your Honor album when they had 21 songs on the album. So in my mind, Foo Fighters was different because they did acoustic songs, that's how they were written. In my mind, it's kind of cool. You write an electro pop song that has a feeling and a vibe, makes you feel a certain way, and then you do it acoustically, and it totally switches up the feeling. And so it's kind of like getting two songs out of one. And for me, I appreciate things in both versions. So I was hugely Taking Back Sunday had acoustic records that I used to love. So for sure, my emo days of listening to emo rock bands and their acoustic records, that influences my idea to even do an acoustic record. Thank you.
Kendall, welcome to Mexico again.
Thank you very much.
I want to know two things. The first one is, your gigs in Mexico City has and is a success. Do you have any plan to have a venue outside of the capital? This is the first question.
Okay. Well, yeah, actually, on October 23rd, I'm playing in Monterrey. Here, October 24th, and October 23rd is at Cafe Iguana. Here is October 24th, and Guadalajara is October 25th.
Perfect.
So 3 shows.
The second question is, if for this series of gigs, did you prepare any other surprise besides the acoustic side?
Well, we've done a couple covers recently that I really liked. I don't know if anyone had seen it, but I did Budapest, you know, a song by George Ezra. We covered that for meet and greets and stuff like that. And then during one show, I think it was the last show we had in Philly, we did I call it Cowgirl Take Me Away, but it's a Dixie Chicks song. I don't know if you guys know who the Dixie Chicks are. And that was cool because I'm from Kansas, so I have like all the country vibes still left in me. And we should probably plan something special for Mexico City, just because Mexico City has always treated us very special. So I know Dustin and I have been thinking of some ideas, but this is going to be a fantastic show. It was amazing last time, and you know, coming from playing shows in Mexico City for 20,000 and then going from that to 2,000, it was almost like there was no difference. You know, like in my mind, they were just as excited, just as loud, and it made me feel the same. I had the same nerves, you know, the same excitement. So I love being here, and the fact that you guys all showed up was really cool, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Hi. Hola, Ninochka Aguilar de Prensa Escenario. ¿Las hago en español y me pueden ayudar en inglés, por favor?
Sí, solamente primero las contestas más despacio para que...
Ah, claro, sí. La primera, ¿por qué enseñar tus videos en MySpace, que ahora casi nadie lo usa, y no en Facebook o YouTube o Dailymotion? ¿Es eso? ¿Por qué mostrar sus videos en MySpace y no en Facebook o YouTube o Dailymotion, que son redes sociales que todo el mundo usa y MySpace ya casi nadie lo usa?
Where did you use MySpace for your video?
MySpace?
Ajá.
No, pero no uso MySpace.
MySpace.
En la hoja decía MySpace.
¿Qué?
En nuestra hoja que nos dieron a la prensa dice que MySpace, ¿no?
Cuando comenté, why did you launch first your music in MySpace?
Okay, pero
Why did you choose that?
Oh my gosh! Well, it was 2008.
Yo creí que ahora, ¿no?
No, but like MySpace really got the band a lot of attention. I mean, so many people were getting signed off of MySpace. The Metro station got signed on MySpace. So we had friends who had been signed, and it was like, let's put our stuff on MySpace. And it was like 100 spins. And we're like, who listened to this 100 times? And then it was like 1,000 spins. And we're like, okay, something's happening. And then right when I started getting like a lot of attention on MySpace, I booked Big Time Rush. But it's fortunate though, because MySpace quickly died. And it might not have been so good if that was our only avenue of promotion. So it actually kind of worked out perfectly. And now I get to come back to it, and I have a Facebook with Headphone Drive, Twitter,
Dailymotion.
Yeah, all that social promotion. But this promotion actually, it does mean more. Social is great, but this does mean more. So
Okay.
thanks again. Go ahead.
And the second question is, if you maybe sing in a future in Spanish, maybe?
Sing in Spanish in the future? I probably would. I feel like it would only make sense to do a song or two. I'm trying to think of, we did it in the BTR days, we did Worldwide in Spanish. And we released the Spanish version of it, which I'm sure you guys know. Yeah, I probably will. And I don't even see why not doing it with someone like maybe Sophia and I will do an actual song together rather than just a performance. And that would be cool because then I could sing in Spanish with her, and it's not like, why is Kendall singing in Spanish, right? I would need practice. For sure. Thank you.
Over here.
Hi.
Alejandra Garcia de SG. I have two questions. The first one is, if you could choose any other Mexican artist to collaborate with, would you like to work? And the second one is, how would you define the big members era or times? And nowadays with your new music, it's completely different, even though the fans base is different.
The music is different.
Yeah. How would you define it?
Okay, well, the first question, I guess I should probably educate myself on more specifically Mexican artists. You know, I know Sophia is from Monterrey, so that's cool. I do have a couple Latin artists in general that I really like. Of course, Juan would be really cool. He's from Colombia, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that would be really cool. And he's actually super popular in the States, too. And I just love his music, so at some point, that would be hard to do, but I can make it happen. I can swing it. And then the second question was, how is the music different, or?
Yeah.
I would describe Heffron Drive as indie pop. Or alt pop, one word with a hyphen. Indie alt pop.
¿Nos puedes contar cómo llegó la invitación para participar como modelo en el
Sarah.
¿Nos puedes contar cómo llegó la invitación de Sofía Reyes para que participaras como modelo en su video y no como cantante, justo ahora que comenzabas una carrera como solista?
So basically, he's asking you how did your collaboration with Sophia happen? How you really featured in the video, and also why you're not singing in the song, where actually you are right now launching more your career as an artist.
Cool. Well, so first of all, ironically enough, Sophia and I met 2 years ago at the Kids' Choice Awards here. And her and her manager came up and introduced themselves and was like, hey, what's up? And then we just kept in touch over the years, and there came a time when I was reached out to be part of the video. I had never asked to be a love interest in a video before. So I was like, sure, should I get a tan? I should probably get a tan, right? So I got a tan. And the video came together really great. It ended up being like super awesome and fun to film. We spent a whole day on the beach. It's like not a terrible way to spend your day. And then why did we do it? I don't think we had thought ahead of time. Like before the video, I don't think it had come up in conversation about even working together. So I think if we had thought further ahead, I probably would have recorded on the song. But maybe we could even do something one time, because I'm singing in English tomorrow. And maybe we could release an Spanglish version of her, I don't know. But I know she's really cool and she likes to do whatever makes the most sense and sounds the best, so we got something, we could brew something up, I think. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.